Hi there, this is Sheena Rowlands and today I'm sharing with you my latest layout for Simple Stories Saturday's YouTube Hub. And for this layout I will be using the Simple Stories range Life in Bloom. Now if you watched the first video I did with this about a month ago, you'll know that I don't have any of the pattern paper for this range. I just have the chipboard, the stickers, the rub-ons, the brads, and the 12x12 sticker sheet. So I've already made one layout with this, so you might see that there's lots of bits and pieces missing, but there's plenty enough for at least this layout and maybe another. Decided to use this 12x12 photograph of my daughter. I feel like it really fits with the colour scheme. Decided I'm going to make my own patterned paper to go either side of the photograph. And I'm just having a look through the embellishments that I've got to see what I would like to use. I really like the word today. I think 21 today is perfect, and that's the day we took the photo. So as you can see at the bottom, I'm gathering together some of the stickers and rub-ons, and I think there's a couple of chipboard pieces as well that all look like tickets, and there's even a bit of washi as well that from the sticker book that looks like a ticket as well. And I'm going to attempt to make some pattern paper to go above and below this photograph. So while I'm looking through deciding what sort of bits and pieces I want to use to make this paper, I'm cutting them out with the backing intact so that I can put them together in a better order later on, but I'm just cutting the edges off. I did start off originally with a white piece of 12x12 cardstock behind this photograph, but I didn't like the white edges on either side because it is an A4 photo, so there is a little bit of cardstock showing either side. So I just went for this pale green from my stash. I did attempt to match it as much as I could to the greens in this range, just so it's not so jarring and it's just got a softer feel to it. So I'm thinking that rather than sticking all these tickets straight on to the green cardstock, I'm actually going to make the pattern paper on a piece of A4 white. It's just copy paper or computer paper, and I know it is the same width as the photograph because it's A4, so I'm going to start to actually take the backgrounds off some of these, and once I've come up with a pattern that I like, and then I can actually cut it up and move it around on the pale green 12x12 cardstock, if that makes sense. So I'm just trying to work out how much I need on either side. I definitely want a couple of inches at the bottom and at least an inch plus at the top. So I'm just going to draw a few pencil lines on this white paper just to give me an indication how far up I should get the stickers. So I'm going to slowly but surely stick them down. Some of them I'm going to overlap, some are thicker than others. And it's just literally like putting a jigsaw together. In the end, when you look at it, you would never know it wasn't patterned paper. And for people that don't watch the video and just see the image on IG, they would never notice it. If you get close up, you can feel and see a little bit of definition between some that were thicker than others, but it's very hard to see and you wouldn't notice it in an album. So I'm quite pleased really that I actually made a bit of pattern paper. I've also made a real dent on the stickers that were in this range. I have heard since I started to put this together they are relaunching this Simple Stories. They're bringing it back. I think it was because it was really popular, but I don't think it was out for very long. So whether I go back to it and get pattern paper next time, I don't know. Or whether by the time I've finished using all the embellishments, I will feel that I've used it enough. So that's just a rub-on of a ticket there. So I'm just rubbing it onto the centre of that bit of white paper. I'm not going to use it there. I'm going to rub it down and then I cut it out. So here's the two strips. I've got one for the top and one for the bottom. I'm not going to place them right at the bottom of the cardstock. I'm going to leave a tiny little bit of green showing all the way around. And that's it with the photo on the top. And I'm actually going to bring in that scallop sticker and pop that in there. And actually the sticker isn't 12x12, so it fits perfectly. I really like that film strip sticker, so I might use that to hold the word today. I've decided I want that to go at the top, and I'm looking at all the words I've got left on the 12x12 sticker sheet. I'm going to keep them to one side because I am going to use them. I would like some sort of camera image in the bottom left corner. I've got a few. I've got a chipboard one. There's a sticker one there, and I'm just going through seeing what else I can use. See, there's still loads of stickers. That sticker book was just full of stickers, and I've I've made a dent on a couple of sheets, but not all of them. Feel like I wouldn't mind another word there. I just think the Life is Beautiful is just a bit too big. That flower maybe, I know it's hanging over the edge, it won't be eventually. And I've got some of those brads I'd like to get used up as well. So I feel like actually maybe it's starting to come together a little bit more now. With a big photograph, I don't know about you, but I don't want to cover it. I want the photograph to be the star of the show. And obviously it was from a special occasion, so it's important for me that the embellishments just frame it rather than swamp it. So I'm just having a look whether I can get an edging tucked in at the top there. I think I decided in the end that it's too insignificant and I don't need it. So off camera, I actually start to put things together. I'm going to take this and I sew it down on the sewing machine. Then I sew the photo down on top of that. So it's just got like a pinky stitch edge all the way around. It's very subtle again, and I've stitched around the photograph. But when you see it up close, you'll see it. So I've decided now I'm going to just split that a little bit, have a flower over the top, just so I can stretch it so that the word today fits quite nicely. I've got a load of foam pads, so I'm going to come in and just add some depth to a layout. I do like a bit of depth when I put things together. So you might find that some of the stickers that I do use, I will have backed with a bit of white cardstock, because I want them to have a little bit of strength if I'm not going to lay them flat on the layout. So that yellow flower I've stuck on some cardstock, and then I can add it on foam. Same with this word today. I've added that to cardstock as well. So that does take a little bit of time, but it's worth it. It means that I can lift it up with the foam pads to get it into place. So while I start to stick everything down the way I like it, I want to talk about the Simple Stories Saturdays. If you've not watched this before, it's a monthly YouTube hop where everybody is using Simple Stories ranges, but they could all be different, and we are all very different scrappers. So there's loads of inspiration for getting your collections out and getting them used up. Particularly when there's so many new ones being launched all the time, it's definitely worth using what you have in your stash first. So this sticker I'm going to stick down directly and then build on top for this embellishment cluster. As I say, have a look back at some of the old videos, or also you might find if you look on IG as well, that some of the layouts are placed there, but it's mainly a YouTube hop. So if you do like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't already, if you could subscribe to my channel, then you can see lots of other things that I'll make over the coming months. There are hundreds of videos already there if you're looking for inspiration. So I've changed and added a word at the bottom there. It says lovely. I like the fact that it's black and it's circular. It goes quite well with the spotty outfit that my daughter's wearing. And I've got lots of leaves with cardstock on the back that you can see. I'm just trimming another one there. Just means that I can lift them up that little bit and add that bit more depth. I think it's just a really good way of using a sticker. As you can see, I've cleared the decks around me. That usually means that I'm really happy with the embellishments that I've picked, and I've had a good look through everything that's on offer. I always hate to miss something that I would regret not using later. So I found some chipboard and sticker bees that were on the sheets as well. My daughter particularly likes bees, plus the photo is outside, so they will be making an appearance on this layout. There's already one at the top by the word today, and I will be adding a couple more in later on. I've added a little word at the top that says fabulous off the sticker sheet. There's the bees going in. I've got some foam pads. I don't know whether you've noticed this. I tend to cut foam pads up to make them smaller. I find it very difficult to get the backs off the tiny little square ones, so I find that if I cut them up myself, then it makes it easier for me. So I found a couple of word strips that I like. It says lovely happy memories at the bottom now, with having a sticker underneath as well. And I'm just bringing some more of those like enamel brads in. They're just plain colours, but they bring in all the colours from the layout: yellow, pink, blue and green. And I'm still messing. Did you see that? I'm looking for a heart to go on the title at the top. Trying to squeeze in as many stickers. I'd love to actually count, really, with the making the paper as well, how many stickers I really used. But anyway, I'm all done. So thank you so much for watching. Here's the finished layout, and there's some close-ups where you'll see the stitching and all the stickers too. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you here again real soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.